I need to say this out loud because I just can't believe that it actually happened. So I went on a date last week with a guy, and the date didn't go good. He was just giving hater number one, like couldn't be happy for anything that I said or anything that I was doing, didn't give me like a single compliment or anything. There's so much more to it that I'll explain if somebody wants, because it's honestly really bad. But after the date, I just decided like he was so fucking rude, I don't really owe him to talk to him again. So I stopped talking to him, and that was 5 days ago. Then yesterday, he DM'd me a video on TikTok. He doesn't even follow me on TikTok or anything. And it was this guy talking about how all women are crazy and we act through emotions and we just can't think logically because we're such emotional beings. And when you sign up to be a boyfriend, that's what you're signing up for. You're not signing up to be a therapist or listen to your girlfriend's cries for help. And I was just like, I can't believe he sent that to me. Like that's really weird, right?
I love how women make videos like this, clearly leave out a whole bunch of details, and then try to make themselves appear as though they are the victims on the internet. Guys, women have a huge problem, and the problem for them is this. The men that they want are not committing to them. A lot of guys are not interested in dating, they're not interested in taking women seriously, and they're not interested in marriage. And of course, TikTok videos, exactly like this one, do not help. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again. On today's episode, got a good one for you here today. We are going to be kicking it off with this woman right here, who of course is doing her makeup. And this is a woman who I think she's just hit 30 years of age, or she's around there. And she's stressed, okay? She's anxious because she doesn't have kids, still has no husband, and her life is essentially not going the way that she thought it was going to go. So we're going to break down the TikTok from the intro if we have time, as well as this one. So let's jump into it. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Does anybody know what the actual fuck we're supposed to be doing with our lives if we're in our like late 20s, early 30s and single? Because on one hand, it feels like I don't have a baby and a family, so I'm doing everything fucking wrong and I'm super behind in life. And then on the other hand, it feels like I really don't want a baby and a family. I just want to go out and drink 5 espresso martinis in one Saturday afternoon with my friends and not feel like I'm in fucking trouble for doing it because my friends are at home with their babies.
You know what, madam? How about this? How about we do a compromise? You stay single, go out there, continue to be an alcoholic, continue to hook up with random men, and then that way, no guy has to deal with you. At least on a serious basis, okay? So this woman, you know, she wants to continue partying. She wants to go out there and drink her martinis or whatever drink she said. She wants to continue going out with her girlfriends, getting a bunch of attention and validation from random men. But don't worry, guys, women care about their safety, am I right? Anyway, she wants to continue doing these things. But at the same time, she's stressed because she knows that her body clock is running out. She knows there's pressure there. Women will say, oh, society's pressuring me into having children. No, society is very much, you don't have to have children if you don't want to, right? Women are strong, they're empowered, they're capable of making their own decisions. Do you know what's really stressing these women out, guys? Like, really? It's their biology, the fact that they are running out of time in real time. And they know it, okay? They know this. Let's continue with her little story here.
Because my friends are at home with their babies. It's a weird age because you'll hang out with 2 of your friends and one of them's like, I literally need to leave in 30 minutes because I have to go home and breast pump, whatever they call it. And the other one's like, oh my God, my situationship hasn't texted me back in 3 hours. I'm going to die. And I'm like, I don't know what sounds worse. Problem is, like, I don't even know if I want kids, but if I did know for sure that I wanted them, I'd be in the same position of being in this fucking rat race where you have to go out and date a bunch of guys to try to find someone to be with. And it's like, that was cute and fun when I was in my early 20s. I don't really want to be doing that now.
Yeah, so going out there, dating a whole bunch of random men, you know, because that's necessary to the process, supposedly. This was all great and fun. You know, those casual situationships and whatever. This was all great for this woman while she was in her early 20s. But now, dating sucks. And the reason why dating sucks for this woman is, number one, because she's probably getting less attention from the men that she wants, i.e. the Chads. And number two, she's on a timer now, okay? Like, if she wants to have kids, she's actually going to have to lock down one of these men. And we all know, okay, getting attention from men, getting bedroom fun from men is very, very different to getting a relationship out of a man. And that's where modern women struggle, guys, because men don't want to date them. You can take a guy, right, who is considered below average to these women. And a lot of the times, these quote unquote below average men, you know, the men who are invisible, the men who aren't up to their standards, these men don't even want to take these women seriously. You know, because let's consider this, okay? Let's just say, for example, you're a guy who women never really wanted, okay? And then the woman hits 30 and she tries to hit you up. Let's just say you actually did become successful. You've been working on your body, whatever the case may be, and she hits you up. What an insult that is, okay? Because these women never wanted the average man when they were in their 20s, okay? When the average man was building himself up, when he was building up his career, working on himself, whatever the case may be, these women couldn't give a damn. But now that time's running out, they have to secure a relationship, and that is proving to be difficult for a lot of them. You know, women meme on us, right? They laugh at men. They say, oh, you can't get women, like that matters. You know, all of this kind of stuff. But when reality starts to hit, guys, the women are not happy, okay? A lot of them are medicated. A lot of them have cats instead of children, and they'll say they're happy with that. But, you know, we've all seen that the crying TikTok video that they post in between the strong and empowered ones. We know the drill, okay? We know what's happening.
The guys haven't gotten any better. Seriously, my friends are like, I got up at 6 a.m. to make breakfast for the kids and pack lunches. And I'm like, oh, I've been staring at my phone just wondering if this guy likes me or if he has 7 other girlfriends. Like, how are we the same age? And I'm just like, I should just enjoy my freedom because it's Tuesday afternoon, it's a beautiful day, and I just want to go have like 3 cocktails for no reason. And I can. I'll feel guilty about it, and I'll wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm a loser. I have 3 kids, a mortgage, and a fucking blue-eyed, blonde-haired husband who works in finance, but I don't. If anybody wants to tell me that it's okay and that I'm not in trouble or behind, it would be really great. You don't even have to mean it, but I'd appreciate it. Okay, thanks.
Isn't it crazy that women post videos like this? And like, listen, right? She showed some degree of self-awareness at the end there. Check this out, guys. She says, you know, come and tell me that it's going to be okay. I don't even care if you're lying to me, is what she says. I don't know how these people operate, man. I don't like people lying to me. I don't, right? I don't like living in non-reality. I don't like living in fantasy land. But these women actively encourage people to feed their delusions. Isn't that insane to think about, by the way? So let me just say this. This woman is behind. If she wants to have kids, if she wants to have a family, if she wants to have a husband, a blue-eyed husband that works in finance, whatever, you know, she's looking for some Chad. She wants that guy to marry her. First of all, she's out of time for that guy to marry her. That guy never wanted to marry her in the first place. But second of all, you are most certainly running out of time for those things. Now let's jump back into this video that we played in the intro. Let me find it. This woman in her car.
I need to say this out.
Goodness me, stop yelling. All right, this woman. Now this, we'll break this one down. So this was the one we played in the intro, okay? And you can see whenever we pull up separate videos from these women, notice how they're all in the same boat, by the way. Different situations, supposedly, but all of their TikToks, all of their videos that they record of themselves, they all tell a very similar story. So let's check this one out. Let's jump into this woman's nonsense story. Again, guys, don't forget to drop your comments and your thoughts to these videos.
I need to say this out loud because I just can't believe that it actually happened. So I went on a date last week with a guy, and the date didn't go good. He was just giving hater number 1, like couldn't be happy for anything that I said or anything that I was doing, didn't give me like a single compliment or anything.
Okay, so let's pause it here. This man that she went on a date with, he was a hater. Now, I don't know about you guys, but what the hell does that even mean? You see, this is how you can tell, okay? Women, they'll make videos like this, and you can already tell that they're not giving you what the actual reality of the date was. They're not telling you the full story. They're not telling you the truth, okay? What's happened is the dude has given her a negative emotion for whatever reason, and so then she has to backwards rationalize, and then she has to provide a reason, but the reason never actually makes sense. And the women don't like to tell what actually goes on in these situations because then it makes them look bad. If women were to talk about their dating situations and actually give you the reality of what happened in them, it wouldn't make them look like the victim anymore. So they don't do it, you see? But apparently this guy's a hater, okay? He just wasn't happy about anything you did. Interesting.
Or anything that I was doing didn't give me like a single compliment or anything. There's so much more to it that I'll explain if somebody wants, because it's honestly really bad.
Just by the way, I love how she slips that in there. You know, like, oh, he didn't compliment me. Like, men are just required to compliment women. You know, we go on a date with a woman, guys, you have to compliment her. Do you know how little men receive compliments? Like, there are men out there, a lot of them, I would say, who receive an amount of compliments that can be counted on the fingers of both of their hands in total. You see what I'm saying? Like, men can go through their entire lives and receive very, very few compliments. But conversely, guys, these women are showered with compliments. But ironically enough, the difference is when women receive compliments, a lot of people don't mean it. Have you ever noticed how women will compliment each other, but they never mean it? That's funny. I'd honestly, in that sense, I'd rather be a guy. I'd rather get less compliments, but have them be true, than just be told a bunch of nonsense. You know what I mean? Oh, tell me I'm beautiful. I need the validation. No, thank you.
But after the date, I just decided, like, he was so fucking rude. I don't really owe him to talk to him again. So I stopped talking to him, and that was 5 days ago. Then yesterday, he DM'd me a video on TikTok. He doesn't even follow me on TikTok or anything. And it was this guy talking about how all women are crazy and we act through emotions and we just can't think logically because we're such emotional beings. And when you sign up to be a boyfriend, that's what you're signing up for. You're not signing up to be a therapist.
Okay. Do you see how this woman has told on herself here? You've kind of got to read between the lines. Okay. So, first of all, you know what I think happened? This woman has been talking to this man. What does that mean? She's probably been hooking up with this guy. What I think happened is this woman probably pushed for commitment. She probably said that, hey, what are we? Are we a relationship? You know, like, is this going anywhere? Do you see it going anywhere? Because women eventually, guys, they kind of eventually have a cutoff time for a lot of men, right? Even if the guy's a Chad, they'll eventually say, okay, well, am I getting my relationship or not? And then, of course, the guy says no. In his head, he's probably thinking, hell no. And then so the women get pissed and then they make videos like this that completely misrepresent the situation. I think the situation is this woman wanted a relationship from this man. He didn't want one. And he continued to keep things casual and sent her this video. Mind you, she's getting triggered about this video. I guarantee you it probably wasn't as bad as she's making it out to be. Again, women will like watch a TikTok video that'll be talking about male and female dynamics, and they'll just get triggered by it and completely mischaracterize the video, even if the video was true. You see what I'm saying? And notice again how the video is about being a boyfriend. This guy probably did not want to be a boyfriend. He didn't want to be the therapist, you see?
And when you sign up to be a boyfriend, that's what you're signing up for. You're not signing up to be a therapist or listen to your girlfriend's cries for help. And I was just like, I can't believe he sent that to me. Like, that's really weird, right?
Yeah, so the reason why he sent that to you is because he was probably trying to give you some clarity, even if it did trigger you, as to why he didn't want to be your boyfriend. And again, guys, this is what I said at the beginning of the video, okay? The struggle that women are having, is getting commitment out of men. They can't do it. They cannot get commitment out of the men that they want. Hell, even the men that they don't want, a good portion of the time, wouldn't even consider these women for a relationship or for marriage. But guys, we're going to be leaving it there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.